Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So, just finished up wiring this 36 5-window coupe, and I wired it with an American Autowire Route 9 kit. Now, I have another one of these, and I wanted to actually spend some time and go through the kit because it's a great universal harness for doing hot rods, some simple race cars, things that don't require a lot of circuits, and sort of give you a guide through kind of what they don't tell you in the instructions and things like that, what comes with the kit, why it's good, some things that you're going to also need to have in order to wire the car that this kit is not going to have as well. So basically just an all-around review of this kit, which I personally absolutely love for doing simple jobs like these. So let's get into it. So what's in the box? Okay, so we have instructions, and we have all of these separate kits. Now, what's nice about these kits is they've taken the time, the folks at American Autowire have taken the time to put them kind of in order of how you would install them in most cases. So and we'll go through each one of these. You've got the fuse panel, you've got the alternator starter ignition wiring kit, one for the gauges, for the lighting, and then for the turn signals and the terminal kit. So these are your 7 kits that you can get that come with the kit. Now realize that this is a universal kit. It's going to be, it's definitely on the more less expensive side, but because of that, you're not going to be getting all the bits and pieces you need for your specific car. But a lot of times that's good because since this is universal, no one can really read our minds, and so we're going to have to figure out what we need there. So here are the kits. So here's the main fuse, they call it the fuse panel part of the harness. In here, you've got your 9 circuits, all of your wiring, and your wiring is pre-attached to the back side of the panel. So you can go ahead and clip this apart, lay it out, and that can start to route out the main parts of the harness. What's nice is that it's very small. If you look in the corners here, I'm going to show you a few different examples of ones that I've done in recent times. But because it's small, it's compact, you can put it in a lot of different places. I really like that. Now, in saying that, we have, I guess I'll put it here. So this is the instructions it comes with. And one thing that's great about these instructions is that not only does it come with some recommended tools and we'll call them adders depending on what you need in your car, but it does come with a fairly straightforward wiring diagram. And the only issue I have with this is that in order to see the whole diagram, you have one page here, a second here, and then you've got to flip this guy over to see the back half. And if they would just want to just print out one more page for this page 6, then you could have at least folded the thing out and had it all in one spot. But so anyhow, so this main harness here is what is coming out of this part of the circuit. Let's go through each of these circuits in the Route 9, or each of the components. Okay, first we got headlights. That's self-explanatory. So that's the circuit that goes to your headlight switch, which ultimately goes to your headlights for your high and low beams. Second is stop, park, courtesy. So this feeds your stop lights, which is your brake circuit, your park lights, and your courtesy lights, which can also be your dome light. And that's a 15 amp circuit. The next circuit is spare battery. So this is a single line. Actually, it's this one right here. And this allows you to have up to a 30 amp circuit that's going to be battery powered, meaning that it's going to be powered as soon as you connect your battery. Has nothing to do with the position of your ignition switch. So things like cigarette lighter or things that you want to have constant power for, that's an extra circuit for that. The next one is your hazards, HAZ. Now, one note is that this is power for your hazard lights, which goes through this flasher assembly, and also your horn power comes through here as well. So if you have an issue with one or the other, it's in this circuit. Next one is turn. Very self-explanatory there. That's your turn signals. Gauge. And then wiper/spare ignition is your one wiper feed wire, which is this white wire here. But if you don't have wipers, or if you need to feed something in addition to that that's fairly low power, because you've only got a 15 amp rated circuit there, that's where you can get something that's spare ignition, meaning that's going to be on with ignition. It's also going to be on when the key's in the start position. Then moving up the other side, you have a 20 amp spare accessory. So this could be for radios, for something else that you're going to be probably rated to be the most popular thing to put on this line. Again, this is so this will work when the key's in the accessory position, if that exists, or in the on position, but won't be when you're starting the car. So don't put your electric fuel pump, for instance, on spare accessory. And lastly, you have your heat and AC, which is also a 30 amp, and that's an accessory line as well. So if you're running your heater or your AC, like vintage AC, you can actually run, well, especially the control system, you can run through here. And then lastly, you have this, what looks like a relay, but it's a dual flasher. It has both the hazards and the turn signal flashing functionality inside this unit, and it's designed for LEDs, which is nice. You can use it for either bulbs or LEDs, and that's why on this main connector here, you'll see there is a black ground line, and that connects into the this flasher, so that it can actually sense off of something that has very, very low current pull, like an LED. Okay, the next bit of wiring is the alternator, starter, and ignition wiring kit. It comes with a couple fusible links. I don't use these. I use fuses instead, so really not sure why they come with these, but for some folks, I think if that's your preferred way of protecting part of a circuit, that's what it comes with. It also comes with this. So this section here is this connector that connects directly into the main harness, like so. And this guy goes to your ignition switch. And it has the various wires that go from the main battery source, your ignition feed, your starter solenoid switch, as well as your ignition coil. So that comes in the Route 9 alternator, starter, and ignition wiring kit. Okay, the next kit is the vehicle lighting kit, as they call it. So this guy here is all loose wire, but this takes care of all your lighting functions. So if we come back to here, your tail light running lights, your license plate light, your right side tail light assembly, all the stuff for your front park lights and headlight assembly is in here as well. The line that goes to the headlight switch and the dimmer switch. So that's all of that part of the kit is in here. Okay, next, the gauge wiring kit. So, I'll destroy that. Oh well. Okay, so the gauge wiring kit. This kit here is all the wires that feed into your gauges. So this is going to be your tack wire, your gas gauge, and then your 12 volts coming in, your gauge power, your gauge lights, your grounds, and then also your sender feeds as well. So that's in this kit here. And lastly, or second to last, from a wiring standpoint, last is the turn signal kit. Now the turn signal kit has the wiring that goes to your turn signal switch, but it also contains all the wires that go out to your turn signal bulb. So your brake, and including your brake, your brake switch system, which feeds to your brake switch. So in any case, this is all the kits that come with this. And what's nice is the wire is really good quality. The components are good quality. They use good connectors in these main kits. And so it's, even though it's very basic, what you have is awesome and it really works well. And it's reliable, and they give you enough length where you, at least for the circuits that you have, you can get most of what you have done here. So that is what you have from a wire standpoint. Now we're going to talk about the terminals and the connectors. Okay, so we've talked about the wires that are in the kit. Now let's talk about the connectors. Now, this is one thing that if you buy a kit like this and you want to wire a car, you absolutely will not have all the terminals that you need. What American Autowire does is they give you enough terminals to at least cover the basics. Of course, if I could open this up, it'd be nice. So I'm going to show you what they have. Okay, you have some heat shrink. This heat shrink specifically for your alternator feed wire, which is in here. They give you a nice an alternator wire boot. This is a stud that in the instructions, they use this stud for your plus 12 feed in. I don't use these. I use a mega fuse instead. And we're going to get to some of the things that I think you're going to need that aren't in the kit in just a few. It does come with a couple connectors for the headlights. And then what's left is a bunch of what looks like rando connections, rando terminals. But they're not quite as random as you think. You have a lot of what's called Packard 59 terminals. They work with the headlights. They have a few of these open barrel style ground connections. And that's all these are. Well, they're ground, or they can be used for, in some cases, like the alternator wire ring terminals. So I shouldn't call them ground connections. You've got a few splices in here, both uninsulated and insulated, and a few of these guys here, these little round tubes, which you can use for various methods of insulation. But that's all you get. And there's no way you're gonna be wiring a car, any car, and not have to use more of these. So part of the kit that you need, or part of what's not, the main part that's not included in the kit is enough terminals to wire your car. But to be fair to American Autowire, there's no way that they could provide everything that they think you would need and keep this kit affordable. So just keep that in mind when you are wiring your car and you want a kit like this. Now, one nice thing that they do offer is they do have different types of kits. So if you want a master disconnect switch, if you want a headlight switch, if you need a new ignition switch or a dimmer switch, or the turn signal connector. So that's so if you want to have a nice simple turn signal connector. Same thing with you want to add relays, like an electric fan relay. You could probably use that for a fuel pump as well. So you can always, so expect to add to this kit, but it depends on what you have and what you need. Maybe you need a standard, standard GM headlight switch. They work great, but maybe you have an old school one you want to use. So that's all up to you. But same thing with your distributor. So if you're just going straight to a coil, you could just use a ring terminal. But if you're going to an HEI, you really want the HEI kit. And you need to buy that separately. So this is what comes in the kit. Again, it's a great kit for doing simple work, but you need to know that you have to have, you're going to have to augment to this. So you're going to need more things. So what are those things that you're going to need? Stuff that absolutely, positively does not come with this kit that you got to keep in mind. One is switches. So it's assuming that the switches that you already have for your car, A, they work, and B, they're what you need. So ignition switch, dimmer switch, light switch, any type of switches that, other type of switches that are in the car. Definitely need that. Also, mega fuse. You saw earlier this came with fusible links. I prefer to use fuses, especially at least to have one mega fuse to protect the entire system. And so you're going to need one of those. Next is relays. This is a relay fuse combo, kind of one that I like for doing certain circuits. This is a 30 amp. But if you run electric fan, if you're running electric fuel pump, anything that needs that's going to require power, you're going to need to add relays and circuits for that. Next is turn signal. So turn signal connector, we talked about HEI connectors. Any type of standard style connectors to connect into things. Like this is a 3-pin Packard connector. You could use that for like tying in taillights, for instance. Heat shrink and associated non-insulated terminals. You're going to need those. This is a for your dash lights or any type of lighting in your light sockets. This will not include that as well. And lastly, just general connecting terminals. You're going to need to have those too. So just expect to be able that you're going to need to augment this kit with at least this much stuff, likely more. But again, that's so that the folks at American Autowire can make a basic kit that's affordable. So there you have it, the Route 9 kit. Again, a great kit for doing hot rods, simple cars, simple circuits. It's affordable. Now you know what comes with it, how the thing functions, and what doesn't, so you know how to plan for your build. So hope this was helpful. If you have any other suggestions, give me a holler. If I get other kits in as I go, if this one seems to be helpful, when I get other kits in like a Builder 19 or even classic update kits, I'd be happy to go through that if there's interest. But again, if this was helpful, please give me a like. And thanks again for all my subscribers and all of the support in the channel. It's awesome. And hope everyone has a great day. Take care.